Welcome back to the Daily Baseball Report. This is Coach Matt coming at you with another video. We're going to be doing the next power ranking reaction for today. Tomorrow we'll be back to our regularly scheduled MLB coverage from all the games. It's just been a crazy past couple of weeks. You see I'm wearing my Orioles hat. I actually got this hat yesterday. I went to Camden Yards and watched the Oakland A's get their 13-game winning streak snapped. It was quite a game. It was just a fun time. What an incredible park. You'll see that stadium vlog tour come out in a couple of days here when I get it finally edited. But tomorrow we'll be back to our normal operating procedures, and without further ado, let's get into the reaction. All right, and we are coming back in with our power ranking reaction. We're going to go with the first 30, or the from 30 up to 6, and then we'll go from 5 up to 1. So I'm going to kind of go through these somewhat quick because there's no reason to go too in depth for the teams at the bottom. Starting at number 30 is the Colorado Rockies. I think we all expected this. Their GM just stepped down today. I bet you he just saw Foolish Baseball's Baseball Bits video today, which is probably why he's stepping down. He finally got around to seeing it, I'm sure, and that's why he is stepping down. Because why not just hire, Bailey from Foolish Baseball? Makes perfect sense. Okay, coming in at 29 is going to be the Detroit Tigers. They were previously at number 25. They've kind of fallen off, and you have to agree with this move. Number 28 is the Texas Rangers, and they hold pat. They didn't do anything exciting. Number 27 is going to be the Baltimore Orioles, and as much as I would like to see the Orioles be good, because that stadium absolutely deserves a playoff team. They deserve it. That stadium is incredible. Absolutely have to have a competitive team. I would love to be the GM for that team and make that team become a World Series contender, but, I'm not a GM. So there you go. Number 26 is the Washington Nationals. They were previously number 24, and they're surprisingly terrible this year, which is, again, surprising because with Kyle Schwarber, Josh Bell, Juan Soto, Max Scherzer, Steven Strasburg, you would think they'd be good, but they're absolutely not. Coming in at number 25 is the Pittsburgh Pirates. They were previously number 27. You got to agree with everybody. The Pittsburgh Pirates are playing 500 ball. They're playing above what they're supposed to be playing, but they're rising in the power rankings. And you got to. That's another stadium that's wonderful, and you got to let them be. I want to see a winning team there. So congrats to the Pirates moving their way up. Going into the Arizona Diamondbacks, they're ranked number 24, and they're previously ranked 29. They're actually starting to pitch pretty good. Bumgarner threw a no-hitter through 7 innings yesterday, and Zach Gallen threw a 1-hitter through 7. They swept the doubleheader against the Atlanta Braves, which is pretty huge. And good on them. The NL West is starting to show up, and their teams are pretty good, except for the Rockies, of course. Going at number 23, the Miami Marlins, and they hold pat from 23 from the week before. They actually, surprisingly, are pretty good with Jazz Chisholm and Jesus Aguilar. I wish they would have beat the Giants a little bit more, but you know what? They gave them a run for the money a couple of times, and in one game they won by the skin of their teeth. Going into number 22, the Cleveland Indians, when they were previously ranked number 19, the Indians just can't hit water if they fell out of a boat, and the only one that's any good is Zach Plesac and Shane Bieber. That's all I got. So surprisingly, they're dropping in the rankings, as I said they would at the beginning of the year. Number 21 is the Seattle Mariners. Surprisingly, they're not going to raise these guys anymore. They're like one game out of first place in the AL West. You think you would have them a little bit higher just because they're the Mariners and the stigma is they're going to be cellar dwellers. I would have them a little higher than this. I don't agree with this 21. Coming in at number 20 is the Chicago Cubs, and they were previously ranked number 22. The Cubs are starting to play better baseball, but I still don't think they're there. I still think they're in the bottom 10, honestly, in my opinion. Number 19 is the Philadelphia Phillies, and they're previously number 16. Yeah, they are falling down, and I think this 19 is a pretty good spot for them currently right now. Number 18 is the biggest drop of this power ranking week is the Cincinnati Reds. They lost every single game in the last 7 days. They went 0 for 7. So they went from 4th to 18th. Just you can't say anything more than that. That was a major drop. Number 17 is the Anaheim Angels when they were previously ranked number 14. Again, they've had a little bit of a tough stretch. I think they went like 2-5 or, in the last 7 games. So they obviously have also faltered quite a bit in the last week. Number 16 is the Giants when they were previously ranked number 18. This is wrong. The Giants are better than 16. They're better than the Astros. They're better than the Twins right now. They're better than the Cardinals right now. So, in my opinion, these Giants should probably be like 10 or 9. They're pretty dang good. So, they're playing above what they're supposed to, but you got to give credit where credit is due, and they're doing pretty good. So, either way, they're getting snubbed. All right, number 15 is the Blue Jays when they were previously ranked number 17. The Blue Jays had a couple things go their way this week. I'm not a huge fan of where they are, but it is what it is. I figured they'd be higher the whole year, but either way, that's all right. Not too bad. All right, number 14 is the Astros when they were previously ranked number 12. They're starting to play well. Odorizzi just had the injury, so they had a really cool game that day. But either way, 14 is probably where they should be. Number 13 is the Minnesota Twins when they were previously ranked number 6. God, you always root for a team like Minnesota because they always seem to get beat by the Yankees, and you just wish that these small market teams would step up to the plate sometimes. I feel bad. I would really like to see the Twins to be, back up in the top 10. Maybe they'll get there. Maybe just they had a rough week like the Dodgers. So who knows? Coming in number 12 is the Yankees when they were previously ranked number 11. I don't agree. I think the Yankees are like 17 or 18. They are not playing well, and that's where I feel. They think they went like 3-4 in the last 7 games. So definitely should be lower than that. Number 11 is the St. Louis Cardinals when they were previously ranked number 13. The Cardinals are starting to turn it on a little bit, but I still think that the Giants are better than them, and I still think, that other teams are better than them. I think they're down a little bit. They're getting a better record in this, or they're getting a better power ranking than what they should. Coming in at number 10 is the Atlanta Braves. The Braves were at number 7 last week, and the Braves, they're not doing all that great either. So Acuna is doing all right. Freeman is starting to turn it on. Albies starting to turn it on. But there's days where like Fried will pitch and he'll give up like 6 runs. So I don't know how I feel about them being at number 10. I don't know if they're a top 10 team, especially like right now, currently. If I were to say today, every team is ranked, I don't think I'd put the Braves at number 10. No way. Rays hold pat at number 9, which is absolutely wrong. I think they're in the top 5 best teams in baseball right now. Like right now, they're a top 5 best team. So being put at number 9, they're getting snubbed. Mets at number 8. Well, what they should say is this is the New York DeGroms, because DeGrom is like the best player, in the National League, especially right now. A guy might have the MVP this year. He is their offense and he is their pitching. This guy is incredible. 8 is probably right where they should be. And the biggest jump is, I guess there's a couple of big jumps, but this is one jump. The Kansas City Royals are number 7 when they were previously ranked number 20. Remember, last time I said the Royals should be better than 20. They got snubbed last week, so this week they moved up to 7. This is probably right where they should be currently, especially in today's day and age. They definitely are surprising a lot of teams, and I think this is good. I think they're actually better than the White Sox, who is the next team. Number 6, the White Sox. They were ranked number 10 last week. They did have a pretty good week, but I still think that the Royals are actually better than the White Sox, just my opinion. All right, we're going into the top 5 teams in the power rankings, and number 5 is going to be the Milwaukee Brewers. This is hard because the Brewers are playing pretty dang good, with Woodruff and Corbin Burns just being absolutely elite right now. That's a hard one. I think they're definitely a top 3 team in the National League, but in terms of MLB, 5 is probably where they're going to land. Number 4 is the Boston Red Sox. When they were last week, they were ranked number 3. They did have a kind of an average week this week. In the last 10, I think they went 5-5. So, yeah, okay, I could see them at 4, but you know what? I think even then, I'd probably put the Brewers ahead of the Red Sox currently, like as of today. And number 3 is the San Diego Padres. That's a hard one because the Padres literally just smacked the Dodgers around for the last, couple of days. So it's hard to say that the Padres are ranked number 3 when, you got Tatis, who's finally starting to hit home runs. He hit 5 home runs in 4 games or whatever it was. But, dude, that's a hard one. I think they're better than they're better. I don't know. That's a hard one. Number 2 is the Oakland Athletics. One of the bigger jumps. They went from 15 to 2. The Athletics literally won 13 games in a row. They have to be in the top 5 without a doubt. They won 13 straight games. That's insane. They literally turned their season around in 2 weeks. Insane. And at number 1 is the Los Angeles Dodgers. I don't know if I agree with this. Yes, they have the best record in baseball, but currently today, are they the best team? No, they are a wounded dog. I think 1/3 of their lineup is on the injured list right now. All of it's literally like they got 5 players who on the starting lineup, and the rest is like the Oklahoma City starting lineup. Like it's definitely not the bullpen is falling apart because everyone's hurt in the bullpen. Knebel went out. Price just went down with a hamstring injury. It's just, I don't know how I feel about them being number 1. I don't know if I would call them number 1 right now, but it is what it is. So I don't know how I feel about these rankings. I think that there's some teams that are right. Like, I think the Royals are right. I think the A's are right. The Brewers are pretty close to, the top 5. I think they got the Mets right. I think they got the Astros and Blue Jays right. The Giants are definitely wrong. The Mariners are better than 21 without a doubt. But anyway, these are all like a whole bunch of voters that vote these teams in these power rankings. So maybe these voters need to open their eyes a little bit and stop being so biased. But that's just my opinion. All right, guys, we will be back to our regularly scheduled MLB coverage starting tomorrow, and I'll get the vlog out for the New York Yankees stadium tour and the Baltimore Orioles Camden Yards stadium tours. It'll get done here very soon, and without further ado, we will see you all tomorrow.